Hey, welcome back to High School Game Day here on the Missouri Sports Network, MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home at field advantage. Brought to you by Central Bank of the Ozarks, Labor's Local 663, Shelter Insurance Agent Grant Baker in Aurora, Great Southern Bank, the Missouri State Highway Patrol, Dope Propane, and the Bank of Billings. Pleased to be joined now by Lebanon Yellowjackets head football coach, Will Christian. Coach Christian, hey, thanks so much for being on the show again.
Absolutely. Appreciate you having me.
Coach, you've got an exciting district championship game coming up, a game that you played earlier this season at Glendale that was actually won on a field goal at the last second there, 31-28 victory. Now you get Glendale at home. Talk about this upcoming matchup.
Yeah, well, first off, Glendale is an excellent football team, very well coached. Hall of Fame head coach Mike Mock, very talented football team. They've had an outstanding season. So obviously we know that when you get to this stage, the final 16 and beyond, you're going to get good football teams, and you got to play very well, and that's really what it all boils down to is. Probably less about them and more about us and playing good football in every facet.
As you come into this, week 12, so to speak, here in the district championship, are the Yellowjackets relatively healthy?
For the most part, I don't know that any team at this stage is completely healthy, but enough, and certainly in a spot where we feel very good about things. We've got people in every spot that are experienced throughout the course of the year, so we feel blessed in that area. But when you get to this late stage, it's just part of the deal that you're healing up week to week.
You look back at this district matchup, district championship. This is the third time in 4 years that you faced Glendale, not only in the regular season, but also in the postseason. And games have gotten a little bit closer. But you look at the statistics. You guys, scoring about the same amount of points, giving up the same amount of points. What are the Yellowjackets going to have to do to come out on top in this game?
Well, first and foremost, the turnover differential is extremely important in these games. We need to be on the plus side of it. And then not just in the realm of turnovers, but also getting takeaways and in special teams. We've got to do a good job. Glendale in the past has been extremely good at onside kicks. They did not onside kick the last time we played them, but we know they're very good at it. So we've got to be prepared for that and prevent a takeaway in that realm. That's where, I think the ball game is really hinging on things is in that category. Then you've got a category such as special teams. The last meeting, it honestly, it was in their favor. I know we had the game-winning kick by Quentin Dowdy, which was a humongous play for us. But, we gave up 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the ball game and then another deep return. So obviously, after that, we did some serious work on trying to get better in that realm, and we got to do a better job in that area. So things in the turnover realm and in special teams that are going to be a huge difference. And then after that, it's executing. Which team's going to be more disciplined in the realm of penalties, and which team is going to do what they do, because I think both teams know what they're going to see. Which team's going to do a better job at their stuff?
As you head into this game, and it's probably one of the highlight games. You look around the area, there's all kinds of great games going on, but the season that both of these teams have had coming in, the Yellowjackets and Glendale coming out of the Ozark Conference. Now you match up here, on Saturday morning when you wake up. What is one stat that if the Yellowjackets win this game, that you are going to win that stat, whether it's time of possession, turnovers? What is just maybe the one thing is in your mind as a head coach that you have to win?
Well, I already talked about that turnover differential. If we're +2 or better, I really, really like our chances. But another important stat is the number of offensive snaps. If we are able to win that area, getting many more offensive snaps than them, then that means that we have controlled the line of scrimmage and potentially kept the ball from them, which is very, very important. Not easy though. Defensively, they are salty this year. They've got some very, very good defenders. And I think, if there's an area that they've improved the most, it's on that side. They're good defensively. So it's not an easy task, but if we're able to accomplish it, that definitely would be a stat that would be critical for us to be victorious.
How important is that you get this game at home? You did what you needed to do during the regular season, and now you're playing at Lebanon, where you're, I believe, 5 undefeated this season. Now they're undefeated on the road, but you guys, that home field advantage, what does it mean to play in front of your own fans?
Yeah, it's huge playing at home. I think historically we played really well at home, and it really doesn't make a lot of difference when you cross the lines, but I think just our routine, our approach, not having to get on that school bus definitely helps, and I think that we'll take advantage of that, but it probably doesn't make as big a difference as it would if we're in the NFL, and we got to go on the road and deal with crowd noise and all that other stuff that, some of those other levels, I think that the advantage is gigantic with home and away. High school football, there's a little bit, but it's not as much.
You bet. Coach Christian, as always, I really appreciate you being generous with your time today. Good luck Friday night here, and thanks for being a part of High School Game Day at the Missouri Sports Network.
Yeah, absolutely, sir. Appreciate you having me on and the coverage that you give high school athletics.
You bet. You're listening to the Missouri Sports Network at MissouriSportsNetwork.com, where everyone has a home field advantage.